All right, it is Tuesday, 7 o'clock p.m. This is the source of the Inkwell. I'm your host, Tyrone Gathers Jr., live on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. You can check out this broadcast in a number of ways. You can go to kuaw.org and click Listen Now. We'll pop right up. Or you can go to KUAW on your TuneIn device, and you can listen to us as well on there. Or if you're on Facebook, you can go to your Facebook Live, our Facebook Live page. It's on KUAW/LPFM 98.5. Click it, click that, click like. You'll be able to see this broadcast and interact on our live feed. Also, please, you can call in at 816-599-6893. You can also hit us up on email at kuaw985@gmail.com. Now, I know I said a lot of things there because this is a broadcast that we want to share out and get people to circulate and matriculate because we got a lot of information going on here in the Inkwell. I am very thankful to be back here with you all, and I'm especially thankful to have my in-studio guest. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Sheila Walker.
I'm Pastor Ray Maybe.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you all for being here. Now,
Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah, I know why you're here. Let's go ahead and share to our live audience on why you all are here.
Well, we're here because we have an exciting, extraordinary event coming up this Saturday, the Family Extravaganza Talent/Fashion Show. It's this Saturday. The doors open at 5:30 and the show starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Truman Memorial Building, 416 West Maple Road.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maple Street.
All right. And is there an admission price or anything? Or
There's $10 in advance with the tickets and $15 at the door.
All right. Cool.
Yes.
Now, how long has this talent show been going on and fashion show?
About 8 years, almost 9.
Yes.
Yes, it's been going on for a while now. Yeah.
Okay.
Old pros now.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, for something like that to be going on, I mean, you know, you have two things that people really gravitate towards. You have the talent piece, you have the fashion piece as well too, and it gives people an opportunity to come out and see some local talent and also a showcase of local art within our own community.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
which is great.
right. Yeah, and the talent point is kids from 4 to 18 years old, so they can get to come out to see how extraordinary our kids are here in Kansas City area. So we need more people to come out to focus on our kids and give props to our kids in the Kansas City area. You know, there's a lot of positive kids here in Kansas City, you know.
And it's very entertaining. It's lovely to be able to not only see the talent portion, but the fashion show. And me and a local comedian, Bam, will be emceeing together. We will keep it live. It'll be exciting.
Okay, so you're gonna be getting your MC on.
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
the process.
I like that. You know, because you got to have that transition between each act.
You do.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to keep it alive.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep the crowd into it, and we have a good time. It'll be excellent. It's something that I think Kansas City will really enjoy and feel good about. And it's great to be able to have such a great, wonderful foundation that we're a part of. Mm-hmm. You know, Sheila has spent years developing and speaking and going into the lives of these young ladies and young girls each week. Mm-hmm. She commits to this, and so this is huge.
Yeah.
It is definitely. And I want to ask you, let's go a little background in regards to your foundation.
Okay, so Maya means truth, justice, harmony, balance on earth. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 entities. So one's called the Family Extravaganza, which is this Saturday, the Talent/Fashion Show. And the other one is called It's Your Destiny, which is an all-girls program. So within that all-girls program, I have 8 components. We talk about nutrition, exercise, confidence, self-esteem, leadership goal, and peer pressure. We do an etiquette class, basic sewing, and at the end, the girls create an outfit using recyclable goods. So trash bag, newspaper, they create skirts, dresses, whatever. And then at the end, we have the fashion show, and then they get a certificate. And then once they complete the 8-week program, then they merge over to the yearly program, which consists of 4 components. Um, Leadership, everything that's in the 8-week program, we put it in the first weekend. It's called Well-Rounded with Knowledge. We do college readiness, leadership, go peer pressure. Leadership, go peer pressure. I have different ladies come in, talk to the girls how they got successful and their stories. And then we give back to the communities the fourth week.
Wow. Then that sounds like a very, very nice curriculum.
Yes,
That's
it
just,
is.
That's really,
Yes,
you know.
and this summer I just finished up with Boom Elementary School.
So you're actually inside different schools too?
Yeah, they're doing the after-school program then.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Boone's the only school that you're in, or you're?
Well, that's where I started from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Started at Boone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's
Yeah.
great. I mean,
So this, I got an email from like other schools that I'm gonna be partnering with as well this year.
In the
so
fall. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
in the fall.
amazing.
So
That's
the
definitely
doors
opening
are open for
that's
me.
definitely
yeah.
where it's
Good.
needed. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
blessing because I mean, God knows that we need organizations just like yours within these schools because I work in the school system as well, and I've noticed that when I was younger, the programming that you're, talking about, and programs that are similar to it, or programs that do other things that kids need, they're starting to pull those more and more out of schools.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, and
And it's a needed program.
it's very needed because I mean, teachers can't do it all. I mean, we can if we have the time, but the
Right.
time in which they give us, we can't really make things happen like we wanted to.
Right, yeah.
So-
And once they complete their program, they have a notebook with all the positive quotes in there, positive activities and things that they can fall back on. So, like if they get down and out, they can pick up the book and read positive quotes that it might inspire them to do, better in life. So, all it is to encourage kids not to give up on their dreams, stay focused. And when we start, they have a chant that we do. They chant and we do. You can't pray in school, but I always, when I go there in the schools, I say, I like to pray. So since we can't pray, I don't know what your religious background is, so we take a moment of silence. And then I close my eyes and we pray when I wake up. I open my eyes and say, Amen. The kids are praying.
Yeah.
I'm like, how awesome is
Yeah.
that?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good. And they're doing it on their own too.
They're doing it on
Yeah.
their own. That's right. That's correct.
That's beautiful. That's
Yes,
definitely
thank
beautiful
you.
because they say that don't do this in school. That doesn't mean the individual can't bring it in themselves. I mean, I have a lot of kids that do the exact same thing.
Right.
So
right.
and also to see it being modeled in front of them is a definite blessing as well too.
Right.
So as far as you going to these schools, what would you say your numbers are as far as like the number of kids that you reach out to?
I have my program can just on it since it's just me. I'm doing 15
Okay.
girls, but I have overseen over 100 girls since my program's been existence into the community.
Wow.
I have overseen over 100.
Wow. That's a lot of lives touched.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I know,
It is.
because I know the Kansas City, Missouri School District, one of their big focuses is mentorship now. And I
Right.
mean, and mentorship is like this very, very aggressive trend that's going around that people are trying to get into. I was just talking to the Dr. Joy next door in regards to mentorship. And she was saying that this is so much going on that, we might want to just dedicate a whole broadcast to it. To sit down and just talk about all the different mentor programs here. How can someone get in contact with the Mahad Foundation?
They can email me with swalker at mayat-foundation.org, or they can call me directly at 816-863-8051.
Okay. And we'll definitely repeat that again and put it into the comments as well, because I know there are some people that are watching that would definitely love to reach out and see if they can be an assistance, or maybe they can, hey, can we use your program here, or I want to pick your brain, or you like, can you pray for me? You never know.
Right.
People
right.
just reach out for different things.
It's commendable to have something every week
Yeah.
that pours into these young girls, and the blessing of being able to then function in the talent show and showcase, a lot of the giftings that, our young people have in this day and age that we have now in our society with so much foolishness going on. It's good to have something positive
Right.
that brings life, that, is good, that has a standard of excellence and biblical foundation behind it. It's necessary.
It very much so is. And I like how you mentioned this is a mentor program for young ladies. And I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad that I'm echoing this comment because when you hear mentorship, you primarily hear about boys, mentoring young boys. Well, the young ladies
True.
need mentorship as well too.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely, it's definitely needed. It's needed all around. I mean,
Right.
because
It's a fact.
they tell us that we have to teach the whole child, and children are multi-dimensional.
Right.
You can't just get them in one way.
Right.
Right.
You know.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, you get them in the classroom, get them at being coached with sports, mentorship, church, home, family. I mean, kids need all they can get because, like I tell my colleagues that I work with, we're at that age now with our kids where their brains are moving faster than what ours are moving.
Right.
And they need to grab as much as they can now to kind of build their repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have some tickets here, right,
Yes,
for your
we do.
event.
Mm-hmm.
And starting on this broadcast, if you call in 816-599-6893 and tell us what your favorite radio station is. nah, but call in and we'll see if we can, probably hook you up with one of these tickets to this event. I know. I'm just curious. Is it possible for KUAW to attend and probably broadcast from your event?
Yes, that would
Okay.
be wonderful.
Cool. I'll see if myself or another one of my colleagues will come in and do a live broadcast or probably conduct some interviews. Because, I mean, see, programs like this need more and more and more
Exposure.
publicity.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like I was just talking to a young lady prior, and we were talking about some of the events that are coming out. And I'm like, I'm all about supporting people, but we don't want to put all of our support in one person because we have so many people doing great things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, it was very fortuitous that the both of you came in with your organization and your event coming up right after we got through talking about another event. So now we have more positive events to talk about.
Right.
So let's talk about. Is it possible to talk about some of the acts that are going to be performing? I mean,
Sure. We have a rapper that's going to perform. She's kind of well known in the city.
mhm.
Don't want to say her name yet, so
I
I want
got
everybody
you.
to come out and to see.
Yeah.
We have two little girls. They're going to do poetry, couple of dance, and we have a little magic trick. A little
Really?
boy that's going to do magic. Yeah.
You got a whole spectrum there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
And
so-
we have a comedy. A lady's gonna, well, it's a teenager. She's gonna do Santa Baby. So it's really cute and funny. So it's gonna be fun.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, Pastor, you said you're gonna be emceeing as well too,
Yes, sir.
and you're gonna be dropping some comedic things in between there.
We will flow.
Oh.
me and Bam flow together well,
Yeah.
And so I enjoy. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I've been MCing, et cetera, for years, and so I'm excited to be able to step in, have some fun, keep things together, make sure the crowd is hyped and happy. We'll keep them flowing, and we do have special guest Odd Boy coming. He's
Yes. Yes.
he's a rapper. He functions in the secular world, but has Christian values that he portrays and puts out in his music, and so that's huge that he's making inroads and bringing life where it needs to be brought. And he has his own album out, etc. But he goes and functions in that other world, man. With those other rappers, and I encourage him a lot, and I always tell him, man, you're out there on the front lines, man. You're evangelizing where the need is, and crying out to a group of people at a concert. If you don't know Jesus, or if you need your life transformed, I know how to get you there. That's huge.
Right. Yeah,
Right,
That's
right.
It is. Yeah.
So
Very huge.
we're happy he'll be coming through and giving some life,
Mm-hmm.
breaking it down. He's gifted. He's
really
one of those
gifted.
cats back at the church. He could just step up and start freestyling, boom, and so
Yeah.
he's got that gift. It'll be exciting.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, that he's recognizing where his roots is and he's bringing it back.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, now the age group of the students that are performing, is it
The
like?
Yeah. The talent part is for 4 to 18 years old.
Okay, 4 to
Yeah.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
the fashion part is the age varies
Okay.
from the ages from 2 up to
Mhm.
50, 60. Yeah.
And the fashion pieces are going to be clothes that the kids made, or?
The clothes that I made. I'm a designer as well.
Oh, you are? Okay,
Yes.
you definitely got to plug that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you design clothes?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So you design them to sell, or you just
I design them myself.
perfect.
Yeah.
Multifaceted.
Multifaceted.
I need more male models. If there's any male models that want to, that's not shy to get out on the walkway and do their thing, yes.
Okay, so definite need for male models. Now, if someone like we have people watching in right now, and if someone wants to like get something designed from you, can they contact you with the same information that you shout out earlier about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're gonna definitely, like I said, put it into the live feed, so individuals can actually definitely reach out to you and
Okay.
about the event and everything.
Yes.
Also, please call in 816-599-6893 or comment on the Facebook live stream if you are interested in going to this wonderful event. This
Yes.
event is on July the 20th, this Saturday, from 5:30 p.m. or the doors open at 5:30 p.m. And the address is 416 West Maple Avenue, Independence, Missouri. Now, there's a prize for these young people.
Yes. $275.
Okay, now see, if I was a 4-year-old, do you know what I can buy with $275? A bunch of candy.
Right.
Right. Change your life.
Yeah, yeah. And then like if you were an 18-year-old and you're just graduating and you're going, that's a book or something in college.
Right.
know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Or if you were 16, that's a date if your parents let you go date. Very expensive one.
Right.
Go to the plaza and enjoy yourself.
Right.
Yeah, go to the
Yes,
plaza.
yes.
Right.
Take him or her to the Coach store or whatever.
Right.
But,
Hey, it'll be gone quick.
Yeah, sure
Right.
will.
Yeah.
That'll be
That's
the
for
quickest
sure.
date.
Right.
Like, hold on, wait,
Maybe
what?
they'll stay away from that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, just take it simple.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Get some ice cream and walk around.
Right.
Yeah. But that's I mean,
Window shop.
right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that look nice? Wouldn't that look nice? Yeah, okay.
Right. We also have a motivational speaker that's going to come out and speak. She's
That's good.
principal from Southeast High School, Miss Smith. She's going to come
Chanel
out.
Smith?
Huh?
Is it Miss Chanel Smith?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yes.
she's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to work with her at another school. So yeah, you got some heavy hitters coming over
Heavyweights
there.
coming out there to hang
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Every year is always nice. We always have a motivational speaker. Daniel that does abstinence, he wasn't able to do it this year because he's out of town, but we always have somebody talk about abstinence, and it's always good. We give away a ton of books, free gifts, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
whole thing is to pull families together
Mhm.
to encourage their kids not to give up on their dreams, because we need to pour into our kids, and we need more people to come out to acknowledge, to see the positive things going on here in Kansas City. So,
I'm glad you said that. Family is the key word, because there are a lot of events that go on around the city that may not be family friendly, or people may not be aware of them. But this is an event that you can definitely bring your whole family to,
Right.
because I look at it as a ministry tool for the entire family. I mean, everyone can get something from it.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nostalgic in a sense, because when we were coming up, there were things like this for children and for families. And I'm just
Yeah.
glad that you all are definitely bringing this back to our community, because it's definitely needed. And also with the summertime, it's giving people something positive to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely something positive to do. And so, with your fashion show and your talent show, is this like one of the only like big events that you have during the year, or do you have other events as well?
I think this is one of our biggest events during the year. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, this is our biggest event. We do it every year, though.
Every year.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm so glad that you all came in, because we have people listening right now. We're gonna share this video. We're gonna share this broadcast around and try to get as many people aware of this wonderful event as possible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna be there.
Awesome.
I'm sure see Mr. Walker come out there with me as well too. I'm gonna encourage some more families to get out there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to my school sometime this week and kind of bring it out to the school as well. Let them know we got this event going on. Maybe we can like send something out.
Yeah.
But churches around. Between now and Friday, I'm going to touch as many people as I can about
awesome,
your event.
awesome. Yeah,
And
because
that's-
we got
yeah.
at the Truman Memorial Building, it holds like 500 people. So
Oh yeah,
yes, so
that's gonna be nice.
Need more
Yeah,
people to
we need to
come.
pack it up, people. We got to
Yeah.
support. You know, we keep talking about supporting our own.
Right.
You know, it's one thing to say it, but it's a beautiful thing to actually do it. You know,
Right,
support's an
right.
action word. And I'm
It
looking
is.
right at the camera and saying that because, you know, we have all these events that are popping up all over the city, all these organizations popping up all over the city that are reaching out to give people the assistance and the help and the entertainment that they require. I remember one pastor made a good point. He said there's a big difference between fun and enjoyment. He said fun is very temporary, enjoyment lasts longer. And he said,
Right.
and you want
That's
that
right.
enjoyment because that enjoyment is fulfilling. And there are so many people that are giving you enjoyable, fulfilling events out here in this city. This is an example of one right here. So
Mhm.
please go support.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
most
did.
definitely.
Thank you.
Because especially when you have people from the community giving things to the community that can
Right.
reach out and touch other communities.
That's right. That's
So,
right. Yes. And
yeah.
we're a 501c3 as well.
Okay.
So we're non-for-profit. If anybody want to donate or anything, they're more than welcome to contact me or email me at that the number that I gave
I'm
you.
gonna put it in right now. I'm gonna have you say it to me again so we can put it right here in the comment section. And we can start with the email address.
It's swalker
swalker,
at mayat-foundation.org.
and you spell Mayat.
MAAT
You said dash.
dash and foundation.org.
All right. And you said you had a phone number as well.
816-863-8051.
816
863
863
8051.
8051.
Mm-hmm.
It's the contact information, people. Definitely. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and give them the dates again for the event.
It's July the 20th, this Saturday.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. The doors open at 5:30. Show starts at 6.
Cool. And the ticket prices?
Ticket $10 in advance, 15 at the door. Kids 12 and under is free. 13 to 18 is $5.
Dope. And the address is
416 West Maple Avenue, Independence, Missouri.
cool.
It's in that Independence Square.
Independence
it's gonna be
Square.
beautiful.
Yeah, oh yeah,
It's gonna
definitely.
be beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an excellent venue, and the beautiful thing is to see the talent that the kids bring out is always fun, and always culminated with that wonderful fashion show.
Yeah.
And so we have a great time. It's just it's an entertaining, nice event, and me and Bam on the mic is going to be really beautiful.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
That'll be fun. That'll be
yeah.
fun.
We're
We're going to make that happen. We're going to
gonna-
make some smiles come on some faces.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely check that out because
And just add to the intrigue. If anybody's having a little issue there, we're gonna help them out. We're gonna guide them through.
yeah,
Right.
On the
That's what it's all about.
stage. To help guide them.
Yep.
So it's good. It'll be good.
it truly takes a village.
It
Yes,
does.
It
Yes,
does.
yes,
It
it
really
does.
does.
That's a blessing right there. Definitely. So I look forward to the event. I'm definitely gonna swing through, take a few pictures, post it on our pages, our social
Awesome.
media. I'm gonna paste it on my Gathers Group page, also the Music and More Foundation. I'm gonna post it on their page as well too,
Okay.
so we can keep it going because we gotta support people. Iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
You can't sit up here and just sit back and just be idle. No,
That's
if
right.
someone's being progressive and moving, you give them that push that they need because
Right.
eventually you're gonna be looking for someone to push you as well.
Right.
So
Exactly.
the contact information is right here. You can call KUAW. We have a limited number of tickets that we're gonna give away for you. But there's always you can always pay in advance. And if they want to pay in advance, they can go to the email address here too.
Yeah.
Or okay.
Pay in advance. They can call. Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
can
can
email.
Have them call either way. Whatever.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
want.
either one's fine. So if you want to
That's
call in
right.
advance, you got the email address here
Perfect.
as well as a phone number here as well too. So go ahead and hit them up because, like I said, support. The good thing about children talent and fashion is they're still growing, and
They
their
are.
and their gifts are growing as well too.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know I definitely appreciate you two coming in. It's
Yes, sir.
definitely great seeing you again in a different
Glad
light.
to be here.
Yeah, because I've definitely got some good people up in the studio.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're always welcome here at KUAW. And if
Okay.
there's any way we can support, please let us know.
Okay.
Sounds That's great.
Thank you.
Nah,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having us.
Yep.
Anytime.
Blessings. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, blessings to you as well. Now, we're going to take a quick break. Facebook Live, keep on hanging with us. Radio Land, same to you. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. This is Tyrone Gathers Jr., your host of the Source of the Inkwell, live on KUAW. You can hit us up on this broadcast a number of ways. You can call us at, you can listen to us at KUAW.org, or you can go to the TuneIn app on your mobile apparatus. You can go to TuneIn, type in KUAW, will pop right up. Or you can go to our Facebook live stream on on Facebook, type in KUAW/LPFM 98.5. Or you can give us a call at 816-599-6893 to interact with us, as well as email us at kuaw95@gmail.com. The first half of my broadcast was dedicated to the Ma'at Foundation. They have a talent and fashion show coming up, and that talent and fashion show is Saturday, July 20th, 2019. It's this Saturday, and the tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door for adults. Children is $5. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. at Truman Memorial Building at 416 West Maple Avenue, Independence, Missouri. There's a $275 prize for first place for the kids. So if you want to support these children, please come on out. I'm going to post a picture of this flyer on the KUAW page as well. And if you are interested in going to the Foundation's Talent Fashion Show, if you call in 816-599-6893, I have 4 tickets available. So all you got to do is call in, say you want to support the children, and boom, you have a ticket. So hopefully people call in and get this, 816-599-6893. One thing I do want to say that really kind of bothers me is we all talk about support in many different reasonings. However, when we have an opportunity to support, especially when it comes to support our children, we tend to disappear. We don't tend to practice and support what we're saying. So you have an opportunity, support these children. I mean, it's a good family event, as well as an opportunity for kids to see other children their own age, do positive things. I mean, it's like we mentioned on the first half of the show, iron definitely does sharpen iron. And what way to start then at a young age? There's going to be children from age 4 all the way to age 18 competing. So, it's a blessed event for these children, and I'm thankful that they have an opportunity to be in a setting that's comfortable for them where they can showcase their talents. So I did put in the contact information on the KUAW live stream. I have a big heart by it, so go ahead and check out their contact info if you want tickets or if you want more information about the Mod Foundation. Okay. I'm going to shift gears on my broadcast today. I had my guest, they had to leave a little early, so the second half of the broadcast is going to be about some current events. Well, where do I start? First things first, we are in a society right now that we're sitting on a proverbial powder keg. It's like you can't say or do anything with the without the risk of it exploding and having people to comment in some type of manner. And the President of the United States, Donald Trump, made some very inappropriate racial comments about some congresswomen of color. In fact, he got on Twitter and pretty much said that the young ladies need to go back where they came from. Now, being an African-American male, when I hear someone say, go back where you came from, immediately that's a signal of someone with some very racist intent. And now, of course, him making those comments, I mean, what are we to expect from that? That's him. That's what he does. Now, the problem that I have is when Donald Trump decided to convince other elected officials to vote on the behalf of his comments not being racism. Now, I've mentioned in a Facebook post, I don't know what's worse. The fact that you made these comments, or the fact that you have people, or the fact you're trying to convince individuals to go along and say, hey, what he said wasn't racist. And then what's even more worse than that is when you, in fact, allow this individual to sway your vote. I mean, seriously, people. I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you voted for Donald Trump, that's your business. More power to you. That is your right to vote for who you want. If you had Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Mickey Mouse, and this wadded up piece of paper, if you decide to vote for any of them, that's your business. The problem I have with people, what's going on, Mr. Antoine? The problem that I have is when you elect these elected officials and you feel that they do no wrong. Now, I don't want to share my personal beliefs or political beliefs like that, but I did vote for Obama when he came out. And I'll be the first one to tell you where I disagree with him and where I agree with him. Now, when I see people that 100% agree with somebody, no matter what they do, that's a problem. I mean, that's some very uncomfortable stuff, because there's been a lot of things that were said and done in this man's presidency that came out of this man's mouth that went against morals, ethics, and constitutional law. Now, you have people sitting up here defending this man. They if they're not defending him, they say, well, I don't remember hearing that. I mean, it's blasted all over the place. He says it out of his own mouth. How do you not hear it? How do you not hear it? Now, this is not a broadcast to bash the President of the United States. Even if it was, the thoughts and opinions of this broadcast does not reflect the thoughts and opinions of KUAW. Now, I will say that when you vote for a candidate, you need to have your own mind. We got this man sitting up here telling women of color to go back where they came from. And we got people sitting up here, applauding that, and what's even worse is being quiet about it. See, that's the thing. When you got people that are not picking a side, or they're being quiet in response to some of a sense of detriment going on, those are the most dangerous people in the room. Because see, I shouldn't say a lot of friends. I got a few friends on Facebook who they pick and choose when they make comments about certain things, and I find it very odd when there's comments that go with blatant wrong that Donald Trump says or does, they're quiet. Or if there's blatant wrong with an idea or a contrast with an ideology that this man or his administration supports, they're quiet. However, they speak up for everything else. You know, if you have a disagreement about something, or you're being sensitive, or no. First of all, racism is not a sensitive. I mean, racism is a sensitive topic, but for you to sit up there and call someone sensitive for reacting towards hate, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. And we are in a society right now where, of course, people are saying that Donald Trump is a racist president. That's your opinion. However, one thing that's fact is Donald Trump was not the only racist president. There's been presidents that are more racist than him. I know one brother posted that you have presidents that actually own slaves, but we're not saying much about them. Now, of course, that's the past, but let's go ahead and focus on what's going on right now. The behavior that's coming out of that White House is putting this country backwards. We are spiraling backwards. And also, you have people coming up to me saying, well, Tyrone, you're a black man. Donald Trump has done so much for the black community. Why are you upset? Okay, first of all, it doesn't take, as a black man, as a man of African descent, it is my responsibility to make life right for myself. Okay? Just like when someone said Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Abraham Lincoln didn't free anything. You cannot free something that's been freeing themselves for centuries. Okay? I'm not going to sit up here and rely on another man to make life better for me. I have the God-given right to make life better for myself. And also, for a fact check, a lot of the things that certain individuals like to tout about in regards to what Donald Trump has done, he's coattail riding. That even came out from his own administration. A lot of the successes that he's saying that he's done with people of color was from the previous administration. So he had nothing to do with that. I'll sit there and debate with anyone about that and bring up facts and numbers. Like I said, don't come to me and say that the man's done so much for black folks. No. Because really, to be quite honest, the stuff that he has done or the stuff that he did do did nothing but put us back even farther. And on top of that, it's more of a lampoon or a sideshow. So we have a comment. Trump is in office for a reason. If don't get back to praying, we will be in trouble. Next will be the churches and how we pray. He's right. A lot of people like to say that Donald Trump is the Christian choice. Okay, first off, as a Christian man, a God-fearing Christian man, you can't sit up here and tell me that man is the Christian choice out of all the things that he said and done. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of touch on D.L. Hughley's point for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and mirror this with my brother, Mr. Antoine, said. Hopefully we can get Mr. Antoine here on KUAW to do his own show. We're looking out for you, brother. He said, now, think about it. During Trump's administration, women are being told what to do with their bodies. Okay? Whether you agree with abortion or not, you got to think about the bigger picture here. You know, women are being told what to do with their bodies. All right? It's not my place to tell a woman what to do with her body. I'm going to stay out of that. But this administration is telling people what they should and shouldn't do in regards with how they handle their business. Also, on top of that, Mr. Antoine, you made a good point. He said then they're going to be telling us how to be praying next and how we're supposed to be doing things in church. Now, keep in mind, you do have churches that take funds from the government. And when they take funds from the government, you know, that's already making yourself a government entity. But that's another story for another day. But I do want to say something else, though, in regards to this. You have an administration that says we're against people, you know, trying to tell you what to do, or an administration that we want you to, you know, do you. But at the same time, look at what they're doing, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm I'm not gonna sit up here and say that what's going on. I'm cool with that. I'm not. Someone have the audacity to sit up here and tell me that black people are doing so well in America that no, I'm sorry, no. Let me go back. Matter of fact, you know what? I really don't do this, but I'm gonna read you a post that someone put on their Facebook page, and I really hope you all are listening to this because I actually lost a little bit of sleep off of what this person said because it didn't sit too well with me. This individual said, you gotta bear with me. Okay, here it is. Lene, if you're, I know you're listening in, and you're probably outside. If you're outside, please step in. I want you to kind of chime in on this too. This individual says that Nigerian Americans are the most successful ethnic group in the U.S. If you want to know how it's possible that blacks who come from underdeveloped Africa keep outperforming blacks from overprivileged America, it's because they weren't exposed to the democratic parasite of victimhood. First off, there's a lot of things I can dig in on this comment for you to sit up here and, for one, share this and then claim that you have black friends. But the fact that you're saying that Nigerians are the most successful ethnic group of the United States, where's your reasoning behind that? And second of all, for you to sit up here and say that the Nigerians are underdeveloped, well, last time I checked, there are many cities in Nigeria. Hold on for a hot second. Sorry about that. I had to make sure the door was unlocked for the next show. Okay, first of all, there are a lot of cities in Nigeria that are way more developed than a lot of American cities. All right. First of all, if Nigeria and other countries in Africa are so underdeveloped, why are Europeans so obsessed with Africa? Why were Europeans so obsessed with the colonization of our country? Of our continent, the mining of our minerals and resources, the dissection that they did in regards to carving up who gets what, the slavery that went on, the adoption of black babies, the black babies that are missing. So if we're so underdeveloped, why are you so obsessed with taking things from it? See, there's a word for individuals who go out and take things that don't belong to them, and that's a crook. And that goes back to that comment that the president made in regards to going back to where you came from, or go back. How can you tell someone to go back somewhere in a land that your people stole? That's bold. Hey, how you doing? That's very bold. I'm gonna say it again. How can you have the audacity to tell someone to go back where they came from? To go back where they came from, and you actually are sitting on stolen land yourself. And then the sad part about it, the person that shared this comment, that was brought to him, do you think it's racist for people to say go back where you came from? No, it's not. Especially on land that you stole? No, there's no problem with that. See, that's another issue too. I mean, you're not a native-born citizen here, and you're telling someone to go somewhere. I mean, this is a country of immigrants that was stolen by colonizers from natives, and you sit up here telling someone where to go. And now on top of that, didn't you marry an immigrant yourself? So the fact that we have this false ownership of a land that's not ours, it's really diluting the intellectual concept of this country. And then on top of that, it makes you sound real stupid trying to tell someone to go somewhere and you have no privilege being here yourself. Speaking of privilege, that's what privilege is. That's exactly what privilege is. I mean, I can scroll through all kind of stuff on this person's thread, and just, I mean, it's just so much racial stuff going on that people are trying to hide in politics, and that people are trying to hide in religion. And don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't. Because there are people out there who will sit up here and mask hate and a doctrine of what you perceive to be love, whether it's from a religious standpoint or from a political standpoint or an educational standpoint, because you got institutionalized racism in schools too. Matter of fact, it's very heavy there. I mean, we are in a situation where I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you have friends of a different political background or a different racial background, you start to question the mentality of an individual that you call a friend based on what they're saying and what they believe in. All of this stuff is derived from the individual in that White House. You can't sit up here and tell me this man's not responsible for this. I mean, you sit up here, you got the KKK endorsing this man. The Ku Klux Klan, the oldest paramilitary group in this country, is endorsing Donald Trump to be president next year, and he did not retract it. Now, I'm telling you right now, if the Crips was endorsing me to be president of the United States, I mean, come on now. I'm going to have to say something about that. But you got the KKK wanting to endorse you for president of the United States because they like what you do. That's what an endorsement is. We support you. We like you. We want you in there. And you're not distancing yourself from them. See, like I said, a Trump voter, I'm fine with you. Go ahead and vote for him. That's your business. But you Trump supporters, the individuals that feel that he does no wrong and everything that comes out of his mouth is right, and that having children down in the border in these cages with no facilities, I mean, there was people arguing that those facilities are okay. I mean, think about that. What if someone took your child and put him up in there? And then, like, what was the woman that said that there was black folks saying that those facilities were better than the ghettos they grew up in? That's a bunch of mess right there, too. All this racist stuff coming in here. I mean, seriously. I mean, for all of you who don't think that this stuff is racially motivated, I want you to sit there and think about your friend that is being affected by this. And sit and kind of be empathetic. Don't be sympathetic. Be empathetic. Because, see, we lack empathy. Be empathetic and think about how would they react to this? How would my friend react to this situation? You know? And then on top of that, you want to sit up here and use the Bible. Man, I guarantee you there's a lot of scriptures that back up what this man is doing is wrong. Matter of fact, what trips me out is the man was sitting up there autographing Bibles and no one said nothing about that. I mean, come on, man. Y'all got to wake up. I mean, you know, it's okay. It's okay to say, you know, the person I vote for, I'm not really rocking with him like that right now. Or, you know what, I don't agree with that. I think if people were more able to say, you know what, I'm going to call him out on that, then okay, yeah. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Donald Trump is a representation of what a lot of people want to say and do, but they can't do because they lack the privilege or the resources. Because I guarantee you, if you had a lot of folk out there that have that mouthpiece in that pocket, they'll be saying a whole lot of stuff. He's the mouthpiece for a lot of people. He is the physical embodiment of what a lot of people think of. He is the manifestation of the imagination of what a percentile of this country thinks. You know, think about that. I mean, think about going on your job and telling someone you work with, go back where you came from. Think about that. And think about if you're going to have a job. And then, you know, he gets up there on TV and says, I want to run my country like Kim Jong runs his. Wow. You want to run your country like the #1 terrorist in the world? And of course you're going to say, well, he was the first one to go to North Korea. Man, I want to hear all that, man. Think about that. Think about the people he's getting close to. You don't feel uncomfortable with that? But you know what, though? The sad part about it is some people will sign their soul over to the devil if they get some kind of favor out of it. It's that simple. If I see me rocking with this hate, keep you submissive, that's what people think. And what kind of war? I mean, but see, we one nation under God, right? America's one nation under God, but we sitting up here practicing all this hate. you got babies, and I saw this video. It brought tears in my eyes because I got a child at home too. A toddler was sitting in court talking to a judge about immigration, and someone came to me and gave me a direct message to my DM and said, "Well, you make it seem like, no one supports it." No, my problem is this: if you are vocal about preaching the stuff that come out that man's mouth, don't go behind the scenes and be vocal about the things that you're against. It is wrong to have children in cages. You have babies in there dying. And all you can say was, well, their parents should have came here legally. Guess what? Your parents didn't come here legally. Boom. It's that simple. No one's parents came here legally. The majority of this country, we were not here legally. We stole this land. And if you really do your history, a lot of the individuals that are of African descent, the majority of them weren't slaves. They were here first. Do your research. So you have a lot of colonizers that came here and took this land from our country. Yep. Thank you, Mr. Antoine. We want to remove one nation under God. Let's talk about that real quick. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go ahead and get off the air. We say one nation under God, but our three main deities in this country is Lady Liberty, that's the Roman deity of justice. Manifest Destiny, that's the female deity that they made up to go and steal people's land westward. And then, of course, Columbia, the Spirit of America. All those are all pagan deities, but we're one nation under God. That's the problem. We have no identity. If you have no identity, you try to grasp around and you try to figure it out. You try to reinvent yourself all the time. But I will say this in my closing comments, though. I love everyone out here, but I love truth more. And if you cannot sit up here and expose the truth in your candidate of choice, you're dumber than someone that doesn't vote. I said that. If you cannot sit up here and expose the fault in someone that's your candidate, someone that you voted for and supported, you are dumber than someone that votes. You need to wake up and see what's going on. We need the conscious mind to take control. Because we had a long enough time of being led by blindness. And that goes on both sides of the aisle. Democrats, Republicans, your independents, your libertarians, all y'all. All of you all got to step up. You got to step up. Seriously, because this country is going to hell in a handbasket fast. And we need conscious leadership to take over and step up and lead this nation to the greatness to where it can be. Seriously. And if you want to sit up here and support racial ideals, that goes to show you what kind of person you are. This is Tyrone Gathers Jr. on the Source of the Inkwell, live on KUAW. Next week, this station will be on a vacation, so I will see you the week after next. God bless. And shout out to the person whose page I read from. I will be getting in touch with you soon because I definitely want to bring you on the air and debate some of your ideals. All right. God bless. See you in 2 weeks.